What's up, everybody? This is the Board Game Roamer, and we are back with our playthrough of Wonder, the Cult of Barnacle Bay. We're doing a new scenario. Last time we did the scenario with the mayor, and we're doing a new scenario this time. So, let's start by checking out our campaign book and reading the story and seeing what we got to do. Alright, so we're in scenario 2.5a, called The Rising Riptide. Arriving at the coast, the Wanderers found the docks rapidly flooding. Rising up from the uncontrollable tides was the likes of something they had never seen before, a new creation of Elder Bane, a monstrosity they would come to call Riptide. Around Riptide's neck was a glowing amulet, something often worn by the old tidecasters from the ancient tribes that used to settle here. Attuned to the ocean, this amulet is said to protect the wearer while granting them the power to control the ebb and flow of the tides. The Wanderers would need to find this amulet's anchors, which were stones with magic runes carved into them called tide stones, not pods. Taking the tide stones and placing them back in the ocean was the only way the Wanderers could stand a chance against Riptide. So, what is our objective? Our objective is to cure the curse, but we have some special rules. First rule, a Mega Brute is placed on the map at the beginning of Encounter 2. The special Mega Brute is named Riptide. We'll see him when we get there. Riptide is immune to all damage. Well, isn't that just lovely? 2 heroes, each with an objective token, must stand on any water space by the docks to cure the curse from the enemies in the area. And, let's see here. Yeah. 2 heroes, each with the objective must stand on any water space by the docks to cure the curse from enemies in the area. So basically, we're going to start down here at the map. We're going to start here, and we'll eventually, in this encounter number 2, we will get to the docks to take care of that. And in the docks, it's interesting because we're actually going to have, let's see here. There's the start. Yeah, we'll look at the docks when we get there, but essentially we have to have an objective token, and there's actually, there's 2 of those tokens on the map in the second scenario, so we'll have to go get those and then come back and use those. But here in this scenario, we're simply just trying to get down to here, and that's basically the deal there. Out on the map, I've already got it set up. Fortunately for this particular encounter, I'm able to get everything all nice and neat. Don't know if I'm able to do that with the next one, but I've set up the baddies already. So we have, of course, 3 darkness tiles. We have spawn points here, here, and here. Over here we've got 2 archers. Over here we've got 2 archers. And here we've got a caster and a boomer. Our heroes all start up here in the corner. And there's a treasure tile here. And this is, like I said, where we're trying to get to. Water spaces all around here. And wall right here. So, take a quick look at our heroes. They all have the same gear as last time. Tank has his shield and hammer, and he's got scale helm, which gives him a defense. He's got an amulet of protection, which gives him a defense and an HP. He's got a lucky gem, which gives him a reroll on all attack, defense, and knowledge checks. And then he's got the sushi knife, which is a 2-handed weapon, gives him an attack reroll, and ignores 1 defense against brutes. That's 5 damage melee, but it's 2-handed. So that kind of sucks. So he's going to take the vicious counter, right? So when he does defense and crits, that causes wounds. Then we've got Bebo. So here's the cool thing. Something's changed with Bebo. So since the last video, I have realized, thanks again to Tristan, who is amazing, and I really wish Tristan could work for Panda Cult because he loves this game. He has a passion for this game. excellent with the rules. I love getting his comments, and one of these days it would be awesome if I could meet him at a con, because he's been really helpful through this whole series, and he's very active on the Facebook group. So if you see Tristan in the Facebook group for Wanderer, give him some love. Bebo. So 2 things that I realized. Number 1, Bebo has Haley as a companion. Now, over here I do have Haley like in the inventory, but technically she's not in the inventory, okay? Haley actually is a companion with Bebo, not in the inventory. So, and I need to get the token out because I have not done that. So, she goes out here with her. Secondly, in between scenarios, right, as we're going, I had forgotten that I could trade in 2 item cards, right, to get 1 card of the level that you're on. So, like, I could trade in 2 cards to get, since we're on level 2, scenario 2.5, so it means we're level 2. I could get, trade in 2 cards to get another level 2 treasure card. And so I did that, and I managed to get this Helm, which gives me +1 defense, and each critical defense causes knockdown to close attacking enemies per crit. Now, I really, actually, these should be switched, because you can do that. So, I'm actually going to put that here. Slide this over here. This bucket helm is going to go on tank, because he can have 1 helm. And this is just going to give 1 extra defense to Bebo. There we go. So what does Bebo got? Well, Bebo's got her starting Demon Tome, because I did trade in, I forget what I had. I had that Leech Life spell and one other thing which escapes me at the time. But anyway, I traded those in to get this bucket, which I'm giving to Tank before we start. She's going to go with her starter Demon Tome, which is crit causes confusion and 3 ranged dice. And then in the offhand, the Bubble Scepter, which gives her +1 defense reroll, which is awesome because she didn't have a whole lot of defense. Each crit defense roll causes knockdown for 1 attacker per crit. So she can hopefully knock some people down. So she's doing good there. Of course, she's got her relic that gives her +1 HP and +1 attack and gets enemies at full health. And of course, I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know. I'm considering putting Haley, taking the Haley's help. So Haley's help would give everybody in the same space as Haley +1 defense. But I really like the crit on spell attack causes an AoE wound. So we're going to stick with that, because that's what we've been doing pretty much the whole time. Gunbjorn. So that was the 2 things for Bebo. Number 1 is the Haley is not actually in the inventory, even though that's where I've got her sitting. Number 2, you can trade in those treasures, which would have helped me probably way before this when I had a bunch of the level 1 stuff and could have mixed and matched a lot better. But you live and learn, right? Alright, let's go to Gunbjorn. Gunbjorn, doing pretty much the same thing he's got before. He's got 5 health. He's got 2 defense, which is not a lot of defense, but it is what it is. He's using the Dragon Bow, 5 melee, 4 range damage. He is going to take his Fortitude, so he is going to get the +1 defense, +1 HP. So that's going to take him up to 6 there. All range attacks gain pierced with his sniping goggles, which means -1 to the defense. He's got his gaff and chain and longbow, which he's not using. And then he's got... Actually, we're going to do this too while we're doing. We're going to take this longbow and we're going to give him the shuriken. We're going to leave the longbow down here with Eileen. And actually probably give Eileen the longbow, if I'm being honest. I liked range. So Eileen gets the longbow. She's got her rippers and a blunderbuss, which is five range dice. Yeah, actually, as much as I like the longbows, the blunderbuss is going to go here for her. 200 range, just like the ripper. So she's going to get the blunderbuss is 5 dice. Crit causes 1 AoE rune, 1 per crit. So basically, it's like Tank's ability, but instead of with defense, it's with attack. She gets 1 HP and 1 knowledge with her ring, so she has 5 HP. Defense is still only 2, which kind of sucks, but we'll do what we got to do. And because there's so much water space, to give her options, her options, not sure which. Flight is what is going to be taken there. So that takes care of all of our heroes. So let's get started, shall we? So I've already got the track laid out here. We to start with our boy Gunbjorn. Now, right now, nothing is engaged because it's all being blocked by the darkness tiles. I take that back. Furthest corner to furthest. Woo. Actually, I'm gonna say it's just barely, but I'm gonna say these are actually engaged. They have line of sight. Don't have clear shot, but they do have line of sight. So, anyway, we're gonna start with Gunbjorn. So remember, everybody gets 3 actions. No. Why do I always say that wrong? I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. I have got to I gotta quit doing that. I wish they had 3. They only have 2. I always say 3, but they only have 2. So I just know they're going to level up that quick, I guess. So Gunbjorn, real simple, with an action, a move action, he's going to go 1, 2, and there's no point in really putting him way out here because that's just going to make them activate, because I'm pretty sure. Whoops, turn that the right way. Oh well, no. As soon as he steps in there, they're gonna see him. So all the archers are activated. It just doesn't have clear shot. So if I'm gonna have to do that, then honestly, I think I'd rather just go 1, 2. Alright. And it's an event. So, draw our event card. Going fishing. You found a fishing pole. Cast into a magic puddle. Check your knowledge. Oh man, his knowledge is going to suck. It's just a 2. That is horrible. So, let's go to the dice tray. That is not the dice tray. Alright, so we need to get 2 successes. And we only get 1 success, unfortunately. Alright, so 1 success is all we got. So that's a 0 to 1 fish on. You pull in a bear shark. A bear shark. Spawn 1 brute in your space. Well, that's just lovely. Oh man. Alright, put that in the bottom. So we pull in a bear shark. Dun, 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 dun. Lovely. And of course that means now we have to add a bear shark brute to the end of the track here, and of course that's going to put him in the attack position. So yeah, so that was 1 action. So I think the second action definitely going to be a melee attack from Gumbjorn. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh wow, okay. There's 5 and a crit. And unfortunately, he doesn't get any rerolls. So that's going to be 5 bear sharks. When we look at our level card here for level 2 enemies, has 2 defense. So that means that bear shark takes 3 damage. So we've got our counter here. Put that right there beside him. So he takes 3 damage out of 7. Okay, next up are the casters. And let's see, let's use something to track that, shall we? We'll use our little goblin dude here. Casters. So casters, nothing, they can't do anything because there's only 1. They're not engaged. Then we have tank, who's going to move 2 spaces into here with brute, and he is going to attack as well. Fortunately, he only has 3 attack dice. So looking for melee. Oh wow, okay, 3. Set those over here. He has no reroll, so that's 3 hits with 2 crits. And there we go. So 4 hits. This range doesn't count. That's going to be 4 hits minus the 2 defense, means 2 more damage to the bear shark. So that's a total of 5. Alright. And that is his turn. He has a free move action, but he's not going to take it. Bebo goes. Bebo is going to attack. So Bebo is going to attack with her tome. That is going to be 3 attack plus 1 for her mighty gloves. So it's going to be 4 dice. Looking for ranged. Holy crow. Wow. Well, there's... Take these off. There's your 4 hits. So subtract 2 of these for the defense of the bear shark. This is just your first action too. And that's 2, which is enough to make 7, which actually kills the bear shark. Awesome. So, that is going to give Bebo 2 XP, because bear sharks are worth 2 XP instead of 1. So we'll put that over here. So she is moving and grooving, and that was 1 attack. So she's going to do another attack against this archer, and again that's going to be 4 dice for her attack. We're looking for ranged. Alright, so So we got so far, we did have a crit. And wow, another crit. Holy smokes. And another crit. And that's it. She doesn't have any rerolls. So that's going to be, these two don't count. Archers do have wow. So, and I just noticed this. Successful wound causes poison. These guys are much worse than I thought. They don't have a lot of hit points, but they do have 1 defense. So we take away 1 defense. That's 3 damage, which is enough to kill this one. So that's going to be 1 point for her for that. So she's going to go from 2 to 3. But then the other one, actually, because she has explosive, right? Crit on spell attack causes AoE wound. So that's going to be 3 wounds, which is actually going to kill the other archer outright as well. It's going to give her 4 experience. Okay. That's actually going to put her in the second bracket. Wow. Going to put her in the second bracket so she actually gets 1 more action. Whoopsie. So put that there because that's the action. Wow, that's and because she went up, everybody else gets experience point. So now everybody's on the board with 1 experience point. But going into that tier 2, that is going to be a spawn. So let's spawn deck over here to the side, and it's going to spawn at the closest, which means whatever's going to spawn here. We have 1 boomer. No, this is tier 2. 3 boomers. Oh man. Okay, that kind of sucks. We definitely got to take those out quick. So 1, 2. One of these days I'm going to finish painting all these. 3. Alright, so there's our boomers spawned. Okay, and that takes care of Bebo. So now we've got Eileen. Well, Eileen got 2 actions. She got the blunderbuss. That's going to be 5 dice with a blunderbuss. But she's also in the attack position, which means it's going to be 6 dice. She's going to target one of the boomers. Not a surprise. Let's see what she gets. Looking for ranged. And she does not have any sort of reroll, unfortunately. So, alright. No reroll. So, in terms of hits, we've got 3 and a crit. And these are actually going to be misses. And so, we get a roll for the crit. Also ends up being a miss. That's going to be 3 hits against the boomer. The boomers have 2 defense, unfortunately. So it's only going to do 1 damage against the first boomer. We'll do it on that lead one. But crit causes 1 AoE wound per crit. So all of the others also take 1 damage because that is a crit. So there we go. Not bad. Especially considering that was the first volley. So the second volley, doing the same thing with her second action. It's an attack action. Okay, now we're cooking. Targeting the same one, of course. So we've got 5 hits, 2 not hits, 2 crits, and those 2 crits made. This is so 5 hits minus 2 defense. That's going to be 3 total hits against the lead. They have 4 hit points. That's going to kill the lead one. So that's going to give Eileen a second experience point. That's going to put her at 2. And then each of the other ones are going to take 2 damage because of the 2 crits there. These were all misses. So they're all going to go to 3 damage each. Wow. Awesome. Alright, Boomer's move. Unfortunately, Boomer's move, they are in the movement position over here in the track. So that means they're actually going to move 2 spaces. 1, 2, 1, 2. So they're going to be right up against us. Yeah. It's okay. We can deal with that. It's going to take a little finagling, but we can deal with that, I think. Right, so that's their turn. Archers go. These archers do see, right, line of sight. Don't have a shot, but they do have line of sight. They're in a defensive position, so they're just going to make 1 move. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Equally distant. So we're going to move them up here. And then the brute, I done forgot already. So then we're back to the top of the stack. Alright, top of the stack. So, Gunbjorn first. I'm going to have Gunbjorn move back 2. And then he's going to range attack. That's one action. Second action, it's going to be range attack one of these archers. Don't want to do that, because the archers are going to be... No. He's going to move back to here. See, the problem is if these boomers blow up, Tank's going to get poisoned. Granted, he's got, 2, 3, 4. He's got 4 defense and some rerolls. But yeah, I think he's just gonna move there. He's not gonna do anything because I don't want him to get that poison. And hope Debo can take him out. So I'm gonna say Gunbjorn's done. As much as I hate to do that, Caster does not have engagement. Tank goes. He's got a free move. So yeah, he's going to move back here too, I think. And that's going to be his. Haley. Oh, speaking of Haley, hold on just a second. Let me get her token, because I have not done that yet. I need to put that out there, because if I don't, I know me, I'm going to forget it this whole time. Hold on just a second. Alright, tokens on the board now. Right here. So, we're good to go. Alright, Bebo goes. First of 3 actions. Oh, actually she has 4 hit points. Because she gets 3 plus 1 for her relic. You know, she should have had extra attack against these guys at full health. Oh well. Alright. Looking for range. Okay. A crit. Yeah, alright, so that's going to be 1 hit. Now, I'm assuming that because she got a crit, confusion still happens. Yeah. So, because even though she didn't do damage, I'm assuming that means that she gets to... The confusion still fires, right? So, what does confusion do? Not use this, so I'm going to actually have to look this one up. When an enemy model is attacked by confused, the enemy model attacks another enemy model in attack range and ignores the target's defense. Okay. When an enemy model is affected by confused, enemy model attacks another enemy model in attack range and ignores that target's defense. Crit causes confusion. So, I'm going to assume that the crit causes confusion means it only affects whoever I was targeting. So, we'll say this one. They both have the same hit point, so it doesn't really matter. So, it is going to do an attack. And it says it ignores the defense. So, I'm going to say the boomer then is going to do, if I understand that right, it's going to do 2 damage to the other one. It ignores the defense, which I guess makes sense because they're like buddies, and then all of a sudden it turns and attacks, which is actually going to kill both of those. So, boom. Let me know if I'm doing that wrong, but I think that's how that works. I'm assuming I can choose the order in which I apply the... Could choose... Oh, no, wait, you know what? Didn't kill the one. Didn't kill the one, but did cause confusion. So, she didn't kill the first one, but it did turn around and attack the other one, so that's another... Man, Bevo's killing it. Another experience for her. That's 1 attack. 1 more attack. Ranged. 1 hit. No crits. Defense blocks that against the boomer. 3rd attack. 2 crits. Okay, so we need at least 1 more hit because I have 2 defense. Come on, come on. Oh my gosh. And no rerolls. So, no go there. She does not. She rolled 2 more of those, so she does not have enough to do it. There is no attack. I mean, enemy within range because it's melee, so. Man. Alright. Eileen with the blunderbuss. 5 dice. Plus 1 for her position on the track. Looking for ranged. She can do this twice, so hopefully she can get 3 hits. Oh yeah. 3, 4, there's 5 hits. And a miss. With 2 crits. And There's 6 hits, so absolutely with the first action annihilates this guy. That boomer is gone, puts her up to 3. Alright. That's 1 action. And he's out of the way. 1 action. And we'll do a move. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We get to choose how they move. It's equal distance either way, so we could just move them to here next time. Keep them from firing. Yeah, I like that idea. And oh nope, there's 1 boomer down here. So boomers would go, the archers would go. So, how do we want to move them? For sure. Alright, yeah, I think that's going to be our best idea because there's nothing, the only thing that you have to do is the model enemy has to move to the closest hero, the closest hero, and then take the shortest path. And then initiative breaks it if they're the closest, but there's nothing that says which way they have to go. It just has to be the shortest route. And if 2 routes are equal, I'm assuming that we can choose. So what we're going to do for these guys is we're just going to move them here. Now remember, as the enemies, they do not worry about these spaces, right? They get to move regardless of water. So if they had an extra move action, they would still move 2, right? They're going to move 1. If they could move 2 because of like a special ability on, as far as their abilities here, they would still move 2 through the water. And then if they were in, say, position 6 over here, they would move 3. So, all right, cool. Gunbjorn. He's going to move over 1, 2. He is going to attack with his bow for 4 ranged. Attacking this rabbit with a spiked tail. And woof, that's horrible. Just getting 1 crit, getting 2 hits, but no, that works. That's right. So that does 1 damage because they do have 1 defense. So that's 1 action. And he's going to do the same thing again against the same one. Looking for ranged. Alright. No. It takes 2. Because remember, he's got those sniper goggles. So it takes 2. And he rolls again. The second action gets 2. Subtracts 1 from the defense. So no defense, which is 2 more damage, which kills that unit. And gives him his 2nd XP. Alright. His turn is done. Casters go. Can't move. Tank goes. But we're going to step up with Tank. So Tank's going to go all the way to the top. These guys are going to shift down. All right. Bebo goes next. She's going to move. Now, I've got to remember, how does Haley move? Okay, so yeah, actually, Haley moves for free with Bebo. Bebo could, if she wanted to, opt to have her move independently. So spin an action. Haley could move 2 spaces independently. And there you go. And then as far as attacking goes, she would have to spend an action for Haley to attack as well. So she doesn't get like a free attack. But they can attack a close enemy with 1 action. So there we go. So that is 1 action is movement. Bebo then is going to attack with 3 plus 1. Looking for range. This is her second action. And okay, double crits. We like double crits. 2 crits, so 2 more dice. Another crit. And another hit. So that's going to be 5 hits. More than enough to take out this archer. That puts her up to 6. Man. She's killing it. She's got to be careful she doesn't out-level everybody else. I mean, I know everybody else is going to get some XP, but we're really still just over here. It's not going to be good. This part I don't think is going to be as bad. Getting down, that's going to be the harder part. So that's 2 actions. Remember, she does have 3 actions now, so she's going to move 1, 2 for her third action. Eileen's going to go, and there are no more archers, by the way, so that card comes off. We only have boomers and casters. Eileen's going to go next. She's going to move 1, 2. Then going to do... Now these guys are engaged. Turn this way. Still not sure that I like the engaged thing. I almost kind of feel like they should be a little bit easier to kill, but always move towards you. Because if you ever move past the spawn point and you had like a triple spawn and they spawn way back at the beginning of the map, it's just a lot of work to have to go back. Especially if you're at max tier, to have to do that, and it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. But anywho, so what are we doing now? We're gonna have Eileen attack with 5 dice. Looking for ranged. Okay, so I got. I'm not going to count that because I didn't call the target because they're not the same thing. We're going to go against the boomer. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so actually I think that ended up being the same thing. Alright, so 2 hits, 3 misses, but there was a crit, so we get to roll another die. That's a miss. The boomer has 2 defense, which means nothing happens. So that was a move and an attack, which means she is done. Oh, wait, actually, you know what? She rolled 6 dice. Oh, so that was an extra hit. So actually the boomer would take 1. Just barely enough to get through it. Boomer. Oh my. Gonna move, but it's gonna move 2 because of the position it's in. So there you go. Then we're back to tank. It's gonna take 1 action to move, 2 actions to move into that space. Don't want to do that. No. He's going to move, what's he at right here? 2. He's going to move to here. Gunbjorn is then going to see. I could risk killing it, but then Eileen's gonna be poisoned, and we all know how well that usually works out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it. Of course, she has the least defense. Man, I didn't think that through. I didn't think about the fact that Boomers had that movement. Alright. He's going to do it. 4 ranged attack, plus 1 for the position he's in. It's going to be 5 attack dice, looking for ranged. Okay, so there's 2 hits, 3 misses. Extra 1 for the crit. It's a miss. That's 2 hits, minus 2 for the defense is no damage. That's first action. Second action is going to be the same thing. Oh, man. Okay. Alright. So there's 4 hits with 2 crits. Wow. So it's going to be 6 hits. It's going to be plenty to kill the boomer. It's going to be 1 more XP for Gunbjorn. That puts him up to 3. But, oh my gosh. Hello, poison, my old friend. Eileen gets poisoned. Oh, poison sucks. Just for the record. Alright. So that only leaves the casters. The boomers come off of the initiative track. Casters go next. They have a double move. So 1. We could choose which direction they go. Well, no, we can't. They got to go there either way. Alright. That's where they're going. We're going to get Bebo goes next with 3 dice plus 1 for her gloves, plus 1. No. Yes. Plus 1 because of her relic, because this is a enemy with full health, so it's going to be 5 dice looking for ranged. Alright, so that's 2 hits, 3 misses with 2 crits, and 1 more hit. Casters have 2 defense, and there's no extra units, so we don't have to worry about the crits. So first attack, caster takes 1. So now she's going to get 4 dice because we don't get the extra full health bonus. So it's 3 plus 1 for her gloves. Looking for ranged again. Okay, so we got 3 hits with a crit and a miss. Just for the crit, a miss. So that's 3 hits minus 2 for the defense. Oops, these were all misses. So that's another hit. Just a total of 2 damage. Alright, and one more time with her third action. Come on. Come on. Horrible. No, just 1. So that's it there. Eileen next. She gets 5 dice. Minus 1, because remember the miasma from the casters? Minus 1 attack to heroes that are close to any caster. So, not good for us. So we normally get 5, we're only going to get 4 now. Looking for ranged. Oh my gosh, total with... let's try this again. Second of 2 actions. Alright, 3 hits. So 3 hits and a miss. There's no rerolls. That's 3 hits minus 2 for the minus 1 for the caster's defense. Leaves 2 damage, and the casters have 4 health, which is just enough to kill the caster. Thank you, Lord. Okay, the caster goes down. 1 XP, 4, Eileen, which puts her at 4, which is into the next tier, which is 1 more action. So 1, 2 for her action. Caster comes out. Everybody moves up. Okay, put the caster's initiative card in here. Alright, cool. And that gives her an extra... What did I do with it? What do I do with it? Oh, man. You know when you said... There it is. Never mind. Alright, gives her an extra action. Cool. What's not so cool is now she's got to roll for poison. Remember, she needs a defense to... not take any damage, but she needs a crit to remove the poison. So no, so she takes a hit. Goes from 5 HP to 4 HP. Yuck. Up to tank. He's got 2 actions, so he's gonna go 1. Which would normally stop him anyway, and this is going to be a regular event. Got my event cards over here. What do we have? Wow. Wow. Brute ambush. You are suddenly ambushed by brutes. Your turn ends. Place 2 brutes in your space, pushing you into a close space. Place the brute initiative card next on the tracker. Oh my goodness. So, I guess here? Oh my gosh, 2 brutes? Oh man, that's jacked up. So, 2 brutes spawn. Oh my lord. Not good. And we have to add them. Caster, boomer, archer, grunt, brute. Oh look. They're in the attack position. Lovely. Lovely. Alright. And it said your turn ends, which means we're done. Gunbjorn. 1. Gonna move 2. Gonna move 2 spaces with 1 action. He's moving into the water. And then he's gonna melee one of the brutes with 5. Whoops. 5, looking for, nope, with 6, because he's in the attack position now. Hoping for a lot of damage. Melee. Alright, so there's 3, 4 hits. Melee. 2 misses. That was a crit. Oh gosh. Another crit. Oh my gosh, another crit. And a miss. No rerolls, but that's 2, 4, that's 6. The brutes are in the attack position, so it's just 6 minus 2 for their defense. We look at their cards. They've got 2 defense, 7 health, and they move 2 spaces per turn. So this is an example of if they were in the movement slot, they would move 3 spaces per turn. They don't. So that's 6 minus 2, because his crits don't do anything like AoE. So 4 damage on that one. That's a move and an attack. Bebo gets free moves, so she's going to go 1, 2 with her first action. She has 2 more actions left. She gets 3 for her tome, 4 for the mighty gloves, and she is going to target this one that hasn't been hit, so she gets the extra die. That's 5. Looking for ranged. Alright, so that's 2 hits. Alright, 2 hits. Not enough with the 2 defense. Okay. Trying it again. Same one, but no crit, so no confusion didn't happen. This is her 3rd action because she moved. Haley should be with her. She moved and attacked. That's 2 actions. This is her 3rd action. Alright, so that's 4 hits. Okay. Oh, wait. This could be bad. So that's 4 hits. And oh wait, she gets that was, oh, she got an extra die. Nothing. So 4 hits minus 2, that's a miss. Minus 2 for the defense is just 2 damage. On the second one. Alright, Eileen with 3 actions, doing 5 ranged against the first, the one with the most damage on it. Alright, so that's going to be, these off. So that's going to be 2 successes. Those are not successes. Here's the 2 dice for the crits. Alright. And then I got some extra crit. And a miss. No rerolls, so that's 4. Defense is 2. Crit causes 1 AoE wound per crit. Okay. So there's 3 crits, so we take 2 off for the defense. So this one's going to take 2. Right, so it's going to put it at 6 damage. But that's 3 total crits, which means this is going to get 3 more damage, which puts it at 5. So that's 2 attacks. And she does have her final action. Thank goodness. Alright. Firing against the main one again. Alright, so 2 and a crit. That's going to be, those are going to be misses. This is going to be hits. So here's for the crit. It's a miss. Dang it. So it's going to soak up with the defense, but that is a crit. So that means it's going to cause an AoE wound. So this one's going to get 6 total. Yeah, it sucks. Okay, so here's where... Oh, she's got to do her defense roll because she's poisoned. Oh, she takes another damage. See, this is... This is what I hate about poison. It's so hard to get rid of. Okay, so the brutes go. So here's how this works. So the brute's going to do 2 damage apiece. And you don't calculate the damage individually. You do it as a whole. So the brutes get 2 damage apiece. So that's 4. But they're each in the attack position, which means they get 3 apiece. So that's going to be 6 damage against Tank. So Tank's going to get 2 defense plus 1 for his shield. Plus 1 for his amulet. Okay. Plus 1 for his bucket helm. So he's got 5 defense. He's trying to block 6 damage. Okay, what do we got here? He does get some rerolls, so this is going to get interesting because that's not usually doesn't happen. So we got a crit, so we're going to roll that crit, and a defense. Okay. Now, he's got, and actually I'm going to put a die here when I use these just to keep it clear. So I'm going to use plus reroll on the defense. That means I can reroll 1 die, so I'm going to reroll this die. Alright, so the amulet didn't do anything there. Yeah, so that's it. Yep. That's what he does. So he blocks 3 of the 6. So that means he takes 3. But he has 1 crit, right? So, plus 1 defense, this bucket helm. Crit defense causes knockdown to close attacking enemy per crit. So, knockdown is going to fire. And 1 of those units is going to be knocked down. And I believe... Yeah. Yeah, so that's just... Knockdown is just... They lose 1 defense. They can still attack, right? So it's not going to, like, stop them from doing anything. It's just going to be easier to hit them, essentially. Which, yeah, you know... Yeah. So, one of these will get knocked down. So we'll just say this one gets knocked down. So it's on its side. Yeah. There we go. Now Tank goes. Take this off here. Get all these dice out of the way. He's going to attack the one that's down, obviously. He's got 3 dice for melee, and that's 1 hit. And they have 2 defense. They have 1 less defense. They have 1 defense, so that's still not enough to damage him. And then he's going to attack 1 more time with his second action. And that's 2 hits, so that is going to be enough to hit it. So this goes away. Finally, he gets 2 experience for that. Oh, that was his roll, by the way. Gets 2 experience for that. So that's going to put him up to 3. And that was both of his actions. Gunbjorn's next. With 5 melee dice. 6 melee dice because he's in the attack select. Attacking the remaining brute. With melee, okay. Holy crap. Now, see, why couldn't that be a defensive roll? So there's 6 hits. -2 is 4 more hits, so he obliterates the bear shark with impunity. So that's going to be 2 more XP for him, which puts him at 5. And more importantly, gives him another action. Giggity giggity. Which means he has 3 actions total. So that was 1 action was to attack, and then he's going to move for 2, and then move for 3. This flips. Oh, nice. Nice. And he has room to get it. Alright, so we got the level 2 treasure deck here. Giving it a little shuffle so you guys know that I'm on the up and up. Top treasure card. Scale Shield. +1 defense, +1 defense. Reroll. Okay. That's definitely going to be traded with Tank. So he had 1 attack action. That's 2 move actions. So that's his turn done. Bebo gets to go. Gets a free move. 1. Has 3 actions. 2 actions. 3 actions. Okay. That was quick. Eileen gets to move normal. So 1 action. 1. She's got 2 more actions. The question, I guess, for me is, do I want her to go pick up this treasure or not? I really think I want... I'll need Bebo to get the treasure, honestly. Although, that Scale Shield's pretty nice for Gunbjorn. Well, really, actually, no. Here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to move Eileen there for 2nd action, and then the 3rd action is going to be a switch. She's going to trade to get the Scale Shield. Because we want that defensive reroll and extra defense to get rid of this poison for now. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's going to be her turn. Root's off the board. Alright, cool. That's all she's going to do. Back to Tank. Move 1. Move 2. He's going to stop there. Bebo. Oh, sorry. Gunbjorn. He's going to pass. Oh, wait. We got to do Eileen's 2, 3, and a reroll with defense. Reroll. So, misses. Okay, so doesn't get rid of the poison, but the reroll did allow her not to take damage this turn, so that's good. Bebo's move. 1 free move. Action. 1, 2, 2nd action. 3rd action, interact with the treasure token. So the treasure token goes away. And again, I'll shuffle these so y'all know there's no shenanigans. Alright, and boop. Alright, here we go. She gets Urchin Armor. Okay. Ooh, +1 defense, +1 HP, crit. Crit defense causes 1 wound to close attacking enemy per crit. Oh, man. And that's armor, too. So, She needs to be trading that with Tank. So, alright, so that takes care of her. Eileen goes. We're going to flip the board now. She's going to interact with this ladder token. So that is the end of this scenario. So we're going to go, in the next video, we're going to go to the next scenario. What is the next scenario? I am so glad you asked, so you can see what it looks like. The Rising Riptide. So it's going to be this scenario. And yeah, we got 3 big boards. So things are things are changing. And this one's going to be a lot more difficult because in this one we have Riptide, we have objectives that we need to pick up, and a lot more spawn points. Yeah. Especially since Riptide is immune to all damage. Man. Wow. That's not going to be fun. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. This is the Board Game Roamer. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.